Hello students, it's Nazia Begum here, your physics lecturer, welcoming you all in today's lecture. So, in our previous lectures, we have completed two chapters which are the portion of the pre-midterm examination. Okay, chapter 1 and 2. And the question will be in MCQ format. So, be ready for that. Okay, with the question, you will be given 4 options out of which you have to choose the correct one. Now in today's video, I am going to introduce integration to you all. This word integration is very new to you all. Okay, it is the mathematical term which means to sum up. Okay, integrity. You know what is national integration. National integration means all the people are united. Okay, when we unite anything, that is called as integration. So here in mathematical term, if suppose we are given so many different values, so when we sum them up, so that is called as integration. Mathematics students will study it in detail in class 12th. But now why I am telling this to you? Because in physics we have to derive so many formulas. Okay, in each and every chapter you have to derive many formulas we have to derive in class 11th and 12th in physics. So for that, integration will be used whenever we have to derive any formula. So there we will use some integration terms. Okay, so first let me tell you all the equations or all the formulas of integration. So here in front of you there is first formula. Okay, how to write integration? You see, this is the sign of integration. This curve you can see, this is the sign of integration. Here we have to integrate x to the power n with respect to dx. Okay, here dx is written, that means x will be integrated. So this is how we write the questions or the part which we have to solve or which we have to integrate. Okay, and for this one, this is the solution: x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c, where c is a constant. Okay, and it is optional. Every time we don't have to introduce c, but because it is given in formula, that's why I am telling this to you. Okay, so c is completely optional. The use of this constant is in advanced form of integration, which we don't have to use here. Where we have to use it, I will tell you. So here in whatever places I have written c, you can skip that. If you don't write c, then also it will be okay. Okay, so this is one formula. Now I will tell you how to use this formula. Okay, so here in front of you, you can see x square dx is there. That means integration of x square dx is there. So according to this formula, here n equals to 2 is there. Okay, so x to the power 2 plus 1 upon 2 plus 1 plus c, that is x cube upon 3 plus c. So when we integrate x square, we will get x cube upon 3. Similarly, in second one, you can see only dx is written here. Okay, when it is written dx, that means here what is there? 1. And you all know that if any variable is having power 0, so it means 1. So if I write x to the power 0 dx, so that will be equal to this only. Will there be any change here? No, no change will be there. When nothing is written here, that means 1 is here. Okay, and 1 means power is 0. So here we can write x to the power 0 dx. When we integrate this one, we will get x to the power 0 plus 1 upon 0 plus 1 plus c. So x upon 1 plus c, or we can simply write x plus c. Okay. Similarly, if x is given in denominator, like here 1 upon x cube dx is given. So this 1 upon x cube can be written as x to the power minus 3. Okay. Now when we integrate x to the power minus 3 dx, so we get this one, x to the power minus 3 plus 1 upon minus 3 plus 1 plus c. Minus 3 plus 1 means minus 2. So x to the power minus 2 upon minus 2 plus c. or we can write it like this, minus 1 upon x to the power 2. Here x to the power 2 is in minus, so we will take it in denominator, so it will become plus 1 upon 2x square plus c. Okay, I hope you all have understood this which I have told. If not, then again you see the video from the starting. Okay, now let me tell you limits in integration. Okay, so suppose limits means from where to where we have to integrate. See, integration means to sum up. If no limit is given, so we will simply use the formula which I have told you earlier. But if limits are given, that means we have given that from where to where we have to sum up the quantity. Okay, so suppose here it is written integration x square dx from a to b. That means from where to where we have to integrate x square? From a to b. Between these two quantity only, between these two values only we have to differentiate x square. So here also we use the same formula, but with a bracket we will write a and b like this. After that, listen it very carefully. When we have to solve the limits in integration, the formula of integration is same. Only one thing is extra here. This is the limit a to b. So b is here upper limit and a is the lower limit. From a we will start, so it is the lower limit. To b we will go, so it is the upper limit. Okay. After that, after solving the integration part, we have to put upper limit minus lower limit. That means in place of whatever variable is given, here x is the variable. Okay, so in place of the variable, we will put first the upper limit minus, again in the same we will put the lower limit. So it will look like this. Here x cube upon 3 is there. When we put b in place of x, it will become b cube upon 3 minus, again we will put lower limit here. Okay, wait. So it will be a cube upon 3. By mistake I have written square. Okay, so now I have corrected that. So in place of x, we first have put b and then a, upper limit minus lower limit. So this is the way to solve limit. If limits are given in numbers, so that time how we can solve this? So here you can see x to the power 1 dx. We have to integrate it from 3 to 6. So we will solve in similar manner. X to the power 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1, limit 3 to 6. X square upon 2, limit 3 to 6. Then in place of x, we will put first the upper limit, that is 6, and then the lower limit, that is 3. So here you can see upper limit minus lower limit. 6 square means 36. 3 square means 9. Then when we will further solve this, we will get 13.5. So I hope now you have understood how to use limits. Okay, limits tell us from where to where we have to integrate. When we will derive the formulas, at many places we have to use the limits also. So your concept of using limits should be very clear. Here some more formulas are there which you will need. Okay, so second one you see, integration of cos x equals to sin x. But integration of sin x equals to minus cos x. Integration of ex equals to ex only. When we integrate a to the power x,